Hey, I'm Melvin Roberson, and I'm the owner of Doughboy Donuts. I think it's really important to be unique with your product. Stepping outside the box, being different. I really like knowing that you can only get certain things here, so that when people do get a taste of it, they say, oh, I have a craving for this, I can only get this at Doughboy, as opposed to going down the street and getting a maple long john, or going over here and getting Bavarian cream. Our signature donuts is sriracha maple bacon. That was one of the first donuts I actually created. For me, it's all about not just the way that it looks, it's the flavor profile, it's the texture and the contrast between the sweet and the maple versus the spicy on the sriracha candy bacon. And when it all comes together, it's just, I don't know, for me, it's just beautiful. Call it sweet heat. So you get that sweet, and at the very end, you get that heat. I went to both my parents, and I went over, I remember it like it was yesterday. I went to their house, and my dad was sitting in the recliner, he's watching TV, and I told my mom, I think she was in the kitchen, and I said, man, I have this crazy idea about these donuts, and I was showing her these photos of this place that had these Oreo toppings and all these like crazy pie fillings and things like that, and it's like, man, we can really do this.
He come to me one day and said, I want to get a food truck, and I'm like, what are you gonna do with a food truck? He says, I'm gonna make donuts. And I'm like, son, you've never made a donut.
My dad thought I was crazy. I remember being in the kitchen at my parents' house, and I have all this stuff all over the place, and we're proofing and we're trying cake donuts. We have all like this glazed and powdered sugar and bags of flour all over the kitchen, and he's not paying us any mind at all. And then I took him one on a plate, and then he was just like, from then on, he was like, okay, you know, I'm all on board. So that was pretty cool to see his attitude change real fast. Made from scratch, made completely in-house, dressed to order. I think it's something that's very, very rewarding when you can actually sit down and create something, especially like a donut, which is, you know, we make it with yeast, and you know, it's a living organism, and figuring out, you know, how finicky that can be, and what activates it and what can kill it, you know, things like that. Then I bought the food truck. So buying the food truck was more out of me not wanting to leave my job or not being able to. So my son is on the spectrum, so he's got autism. Having insurance obviously is a huge necessity for something of that nature. So I was using sick days from my job to work truck events. All my off days, and even days that I was actually working, I was working on the food truck in the morning or in the evening after work or before work. So it just got to be really overwhelming. And then finally convinced my wife to let me leave. And then the rest is history.
Well, I've seen it in this area, and I have a hair appointment today, so it's right around the corner, so figured I would stop in. I'm also pregnant, so craving donuts. Why not stop in and try it for the first time? Yum! I ordered the Bam Bam and the cheesecake. They look delicious. They are very big, very fresh, and it's gonna be nice and warm, and it's gonna be everything that you want in a donut. Let's do the Bam Bam. Oh, it's warm. Definitely good. The glaze is really, really good.
So that transition from the truck to a brick and mortar was great. We did really well in Fort Worth, that location on Campbell. We had a lot of people come to the doors, but they would struggle with, the big thing was parking, you know, but despite that, we were able to get a lot of big awards. We would go big because of sandwiches, because of the crazier things we were doing.
So I came in for their breakfast sandwiches. They're so good. I prefer the sausage, egg, and cheese one. He prefers the bacon, egg, and cheese, my boyfriend. So I'm picking us up some. If you're in the mood for something, like this is definitely the gourmet version of that. It's not just your regular donut place.
Moving from Fort Worth to Burleson was definitely challenging. We wanted to stay in Fort Worth, it just didn't work out at the end of the day. Having the backing of that customer base in Fort Worth gave me the confidence that I'm gonna be able to make it wherever I go. I think these people are still gonna follow me. I mean, we have people coming from Dallas still to this day, every single week coming down and visiting us. So I figured if I can come to Burleson, bring something new and exciting to the city that, you know, and make it work here, then I can definitely make it work anywhere else.
It took us 36 minutes to get here.
Wow.
Yeah.
All the way just for the donuts?
Yes. I got a s'more donut that tastes delicious. It's the texture and flavor, how it actually tastes when you do it under a fire. I have never seen a donut place actually do that. That is amazing.
I think places like this really stand out, and that's what separates you from regular donuts, because you can get donuts anywhere, but you're looking for a really, really good donut.
The differences between you and the other places, the things that you put in them, like we've got one now that's our blood orange donut. We've hand squeezed blood oranges, like literally, and we use that fresh blood orange juice, you know, in the glaze, and we don't use any preservatives, any byproducts. We don't have any food colorings. We don't even use any sprinkles on our donuts. The beauty of Doughboy Donuts is that we rotate our menu, so every month you get 3 new flavors in addition to kind of our 9 mainstays. The vanilla, the chocolate in those mainstays, and the cinnamon, the cream cheese glaze with the cinnamon drizzle on top. But then every February we do strawberry basil, which is probably one of our most popular monthly specials. So it's fresh strawberries with fresh basil and create it into a glaze. And then we top it off with a scored strawberry on top. So that's one of our most popular ones. We did a breakfast donut, which was maple glaze. And then we had mini pancakes on top with bacon bits as well, and it had a pipette of maple syrup. Everyone really went nuts for that one. It's really humbling. I can't even really put it in words. It's really humbling to know that some of that hard work has paid off. You know, all the struggles and all the issues or whatever, even through the other successes, just to know that people value what I bring to the table, that means a lot. So it's definitely a bet on myself and bet on the company type moment, and it's working out great so far.